because Katie was trying to run narrative to help her false allegation against me. That's
Somebody
what it was.
asked if she's sitting on a throne of garbage, and I would say that would actually be an amazing sit, like if she was doing it ironically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, sorry,
by the way,
no. Let me rephrase. Reds was sexually assaulted by Fiona.
yeah, they're not liking you for that. By the way, they went nuts. But there's something called accusation by implicature.
Hey, welcome, buddy. It is a kind of an impromptu late night stream. It's about 9:40 something my time, and that's in the Pacific time. And I was just getting done watching Leslie have a stream on Instagram. Now, I'm not a big Instagram user. I'm kind of a noob at it. I don't know how to use it very well. But I'll occasionally listen to some of the streams on BlueStacks that I use for my computer to emulate an Android emulator. So I was watching that, and she and Flossie, her sister, were kind of going over some of the narratives that Katie Joy Paulson has been running lately.
Made to them. Hey, I can say on pretty good authority that a good friend of ours, RedsRhetoric, was sexually assaulted by Fiona at JFK.
I know that story.
Uh-huh.
Using the same reasoning, yeah. If not physically, I mean physically, sexually assaulted.
Like actually sexually assaulted by this woman.
So I mean, again, Katie doesn't know these people. She has no idea what she got herself into when she started messing with this group. We know this group for years. They were part of the Great Debate community, which was one of the reasons I left that group behind. And anybody who's been following for years knows the story. And I'm sorry that both you guys kind of caught up with that. But it was a mixture and a weird amalgamation of people from my communities, your communities, and other communities. They kind of mixed together, and I think they were coming after me, and then that just kind of like Leslie in the crossfire. And so I do feel really bad about that, and I'm hoping this charity thing drive kind of maybe eases my conscience a little bit for that. We just had a $50 super chat from Monica.
Well, hello and welcome, everybody. We've got a special Shills presentation tonight. Oh, yes, indeed. Somebody's YouTube channel, I think it is Anti-Ordinary, decided to do a live premiere. It just started right now. We're going to get right to it. And they're attacking some people that we know in the community, and we thought it would be an absolute great time to jump in and give our opinion at the same moment. And we've got somebody that's knee-deep in it with us. We've got Cheshire Viq. So let's see who is at the table with us all today and get right into this. So let's go right to Cheshire. How's it going? What do you think? This is going to be great.
I mean, realistically, if it's knee-deep for a normal person, it's probably over my head as a goblin. Luckily, I'm a swamp goblin, so I can swim in bullshit.
All right.
And it's not a rape, by the way.
I think
it's an assault.
I think we should elaborate on that as much as we can.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So the argument that she's talking about, or the thing that was said, was by me. And the argument is part of a layered argument that we went over in the 5-hour stream. And it's essentially that what I had said was that somebody named Fiona had sexually assaulted RedsRhetoric. And I'm taking that off of the word of the victim, which would be Reds. And I purposefully did not give any other information. I just made the allegation. Part of that was part of a layered argument that has to do with a number of people, and these people specifically calling Steve a rape apologist. So by their definition, if they don't believe me about Fiona, they're all rape apologists. That's essentially the argument that's being made. The second half of that is that I happen to trust and believe Reds. So if that's not good enough for them, then it's not good enough to be calling Steve a rape apologist now, is it?
That's 100%, absolutely, positively.
Now, there is something else to be said, that if Reds decides that he wants to have that conversation, he's more than welcome to have it. And in the past, he's been more than willing to have it. However, he doesn't seem too keen on having the conversation with Demi. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, well, after these kinds of displays, who would want to?
So here's the thing. Keep in mind that she came at him sideways because of his conversation with Unirock, thank you. And then moving on from this conversation, which she has not apologized for her behavior so far. She has not addressed it. She's just moved on and treated it like it hasn't happened and is excusing it by saying, well, I'm a bitch all the time, so you should just accept it, which isn't the case. That's actually pretty abusive behavior if it's continued. So now she's essentially, as far as he's concerned, still coming at him sideways, and now she's talking about an assault that he was the one assaulted. And she went on and on at the beginning of this video about how she's a victim. So why would you speak to a victim like that?
That's a really good point. It doesn't make any sense. It's
because she's trying to push a narrative, which if you play the video, she'll continue to read where Red says, well, gee, I wonder what narrative you're going to try and spin if I don't answer you. Oh, and look at what they've been trying to do. Oh, and look at her video. Guess you got called out. Remember when I said earlier that all of this has probably already been debunked?
Yeah.
You called it right at the start.
And Mr. Victory.
How about this? But we'll just call her the person that sexually harassed RedsRhetoric. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not cool.
Sorry, it wasn't harassed.
That's
It was
not cool.
assault.
Since the question is out there in the internet ether, I'm going to go ahead and explain the Fiona situation because I'm done dealing with this shit. I am not going to label what Fiona did as assault.
So that is just a smattering of the different platforms I was able to capture these cretins defaming my friend Fiona Robertson.